Okay, we're going to do a quiz review here. The first 4 problems are graphing, then you got 3 various other problems. I'm going to show you what you can expect. So graph the equation. They're all linear equations. They all will make a line of some type. Y equals negative 1/3 x plus 6. So y is here, so is x, wall to y. If it's by itself, we label it MB, because that means I have my slope and I have my y-intercept ready to go on demand. So negative 1/3 is your slope. The negative is just to the 1. It is not to the 3. And the y-intercept is plus 6. So you graph your y-intercept first. Positive this way, negative this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from that point I use my slope. Forward 3, down 1. It's rise over run. And there's a line. And everywhere on that line are all the points where if I substitute the point where the x is at, take it times negative 1/3 and add 6, that tells me what the y is. Okay, number 2. 3x minus 4y equals 12. Okay, x and y are here, but we got to get the y by itself. Okay, so I dot it, circle it. You don't want it as a negative, so positive, negative, negative. Now you're going to add 3x, and then you're going to divide by 4. So plus 3x. Make a 0x over there because you can't add a 3x to a constant 12 that doesn't have an x. Makes no sense. So 4 times y. So I write x down. 0 plus 3 is 3. And then I add negative 12. I divide each by 4. 3 divided by 4 is a decimal, so you don't actually divide it. You leave it as a fraction. Divide that, it's negative 3. So we now have my m and my b. Okay, so slope, y-intercept. Slope is the m, y-intercept's the b. So 3/4 is your slope. Negative 3 is the y-intercept. First plot your y-intercept. That's a y, okay? So I would go down, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Then I go forward 4, up 3. Okay, there's a line. All right, next problem. We've got x equals 3. Well, where's y? I'm going to put y not here. Then I'm going to write 1, 2. Y can be whatever. Okay, it can even be negatives. I don't know why you'd want to, but so we're making 3 coordinates. Okay, I can make as many as I want. 3 probably gets the point across. So, okay, what letters here? It's x. So on every x, on all your x's, 3, 3, 3. Now y is not even here, so that's where we would put 1, 2, and 3. So on x, positive this way, because all my x's are positive, and then on y, all my y's are positive, so this way. So I go 1, 2, 3, up 1. 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, up 2. 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, up 3. Okay, and I have a straight vertical line because everywhere on that vertical line we are at 3 on the x-axis. Okay, last graph, y equals negative 4x plus 5. Make a wall on y's side. Okay, because you have y and x. Don't make a wall if one of them ain't there. Okay, only if they're both there. Y is already by itself, so we have the m and the b set. So slope, y-intercept. Slope is negative 4, but you got to put a number under it. You use 1 if you don't have it, and then plus 5. So positive, negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I go forward 1, down 4. Okay, now I'm going to go to the notebook paper. This is number 5. Tell whether or not the given point is a solution to the equation. Now they give me this random equation, 2x minus 3y equals negative 23. This means 2 times x plus negative 3 times y equals negative 23. Now you're going to parenthesize x and y because you are about to replace those with negative 4 for x and 5 for y. So 2 times parentheses plus negative 3 times parentheses equals negative 23. So I will substitute negative 4 in the x parentheses and 5 in the y. Now, this is where all the action's at. The negative 23 just sits over there, okay? So you times, got 2 times you have to figure out. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, then I write plus. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Then I'm going to plus them, okay? Negative 8 plus negative 15 is negative 23. Well, it looks equal to me, so that's a yes. It's when you get 2 different numbers at the end, it's a no. Okay, number 6. Calculate the slope that passes through the points, okay? So you have negative 2, 4, negative 2, negative 4, excuse me, and 3, 7. So xy, xy. Okay, you're just finding the slope. You're not writing the full equation, okay? So finding a slope when I don't see the graph, it's rise over run, but when I don't have the graph, it's y minus y, x minus x. Okay, where do you start? Well, you compare your x's. You start with the higher x. So 7 over 3, because it's y over x, 7 over 3. And then negative 4 over negative 2. Plus, 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 plus. It's going to be 11 over 5 now. Don't divide that. Look at slope, we don't divide. Look at your chart. Is 11 and 5, I think the only row those are in together is 1. Okay? So 11 over 5 equals m. Okay, that's all you do. You don't have to write the equation, so it's less work. Okay, and then number 7, last problem. It's a story problem. A tank that has propane is draining at a constant amount each hour. After 2 hours of draining, the tank has 120 gallons of propane. After 5 hours of draining, the tank has 90 gallons of propane. Calculate the average rate of change in gallons per hour. So down in the corner, that's your answer. So when you're finding the per, it means you make a ratio line and you put gallons on top, hours on bottom. Now, to find what that is, you're going to need a table. Okay, x, y. So x needs to be our time unit, which is hours, and then y is gallons. So they have told us that we have 2 hours and it had 120 gallons. Then later it said after 5 hours it was down to 90 gallons. Now here's how I fill in these numbers. You start at the bottom and take 90 minus 120. That's negative 30. That makes sense because from here to here it went down by 30 gallons. Okay, 5 minus 2 is 3. So we have negative 30 during a time span of 3 hours. Now you divide, okay? That's going to be negative 10. Label, you make a little ratio, you put gallons, then hours. Don't put S on hours, you can put it with gallons, but that means every hour it goes down 10 gallons. Now you're done with the problem, but what I just figured out is if there was a 6 hour, it'd go down 10. 7th hour down 10 again. All the way till it runs out, okay?